trip.
All right, we have another guest with us now. You may recognize this gentleman, Dr. John Holdnak from Gulf Coast State College, our president. How are you doing?
A little tired, but doing okay.
How's the college faring through all this?
The college, as a college, is doing good things for the community. Our campus, our buildings, which aren't really the college, our people are the college. The building's not so good. We lost every roof on the campus, lost walls off of buildings, a few structurally damaged, but we'll recover.
What about the new building out back?
Roof is gone off of it, water on all 3 floors, but if you look at it from a distance, it looks like it's in pretty good shape, and so I already have people on site doing all the repair work. We had planned for this ahead of time, and as much as anybody can plan for anything.
Right.
And already had contracts in place, and the stuff started showing up, and I have crews trying to get it dried in so we don't lose the campus.
What about classes for students at this point?
It's going to be a little while before we know. We're going to have to do some assessment. You know, we learned from some friends at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College after Katrina that when people lose everything, they need some sense of normalcy in their lives, something they can hang on to. And I know as corny as it sounds, but sometimes people go into class because they can think about something else, even for a little while. And whenever we start back up again, it's not going to be you must or you're going to flunk or anything. It's if you're ready to come back, then we'll try and fit it in. We're going to make every accommodation in the world to deal with people. We're going to make it work, but it's probably going to be a minimum of a couple weeks before we can even assess when we're going to be able to start back. I know I talked with Dean Hanna at FSU PC, and they were going to be able to start up some stuff, distance learning fairly soon, but they're able to use facilities out of Tallahassee. Well, we're the mothership for our college. We're it. And so I still haven't found all of my employees yet. We've heard from lots of them that are safe, just like everybody else, including sitting here. Trees through houses destroyed. I've had comments of, it's amazing what a 6-foot wall of water will do to a house from one of my employees. Another, storm shutters work really good until the wind is pushing a 70-foot tall tree, and then the shutters just don't hold up quite as well. And it starts to get a little, you were using the word surreal, it starts to get a little numbing. I call people looky-loos when they're driving around looking. Well, to be honest with you, it takes about 15 minutes and then you're done, because you go, wow, look at that, wow, look at that. And after the third time, every place you look is one of those. I thought it'd be amazing to see a boat in a tree. That's not amazing anymore. I've seen several. I saw a swimming pool in the Taco Bell parking lot. It's not the Taco Bell, well, they have a swimming pool now. Not an above ground pool. This is one that came out of the ground and is sitting in the Taco Bell parking lot. So things that you say unbelievable, people think that it's you can look at the pictures, but at the ground it's a whole different scope.
Just about a month ago, News 13 and Gulf Coast State College partnered to send hurricane relief supplies to the Carolinas. And looking back at that now, matter of fact, some of those items were still in the entry to our TV station when the storm hit on Wednesday. Is that odd? I mean, when you look back, what do you think about that?
Well, it's a little surreal. The ship date for the supplies was yesterday. So we would have had the supplies collected. I did communicate with the president of the college in North Carolina we were sending things to last weekend. And I said, listen, this storm looks like it's going to be a fairly small one. Who knew? And right now we're still scheduled to get stuff on a truck and to get it shipped out on Friday. And he said, listen, just in case, why don't you, at least initial plan, just hang on to them. So we've got some stuff that we're going to be able to distribute shortly. The building that it was in got the roof ripped off, and the walls are all twisted up. But we had it shrink wrapped and on pallets ready to ship. So we think that not much of it was destroyed, and we'll be able to put it to some use. So
it'll be used here in town?
It'll be used here in town. And the folks in North Carolina, I said, see if I can do this without choking up. I hope y'all don't think less of us, but we got some needs now.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Holdnak, you may have already mentioned it. It's hard to hear with this machinery in the background outside our station here, but as far as trying to get classes back again, how that's going to work, you already covered it?
It's going to be at least a couple weeks before we can even make that assessment.
Okay, 2 weeks before the assessment.
And that's not, we're starting back in 2 weeks. We'll see. We're going to try and get started as quick as we can. For those who are able, You know, if I've got to treat through my living room, I'm probably not worried about my algebra homework today. But maybe one day soon, I've got. There's only so much you can wait to do, and we're going to be doing a lot of waiting
right
around here. And sometimes you just need something to occupy yourself.